guys, we're back with Falconer. So remember, what we're doing with this dog is building up the food drive. When you're doing that, you need to just hand feed the dog. A lot of dogs aren't used to being hand fed, or the people have done the wait, so the dog's got inhibitions about accepting food. So you can see the difference. You want them eagerly accepting food, not worried that they're going to get a correction for trying to get the food. Alright, so we're going to work on getting him. Every turn, you can see I can turn. You see how loose I've got the leash. I do have the leash hooked to the electronic collar. Please don't let people tell you not to do that. Alright, so he's going good with that. Let's work on the recall a little bit, because in this part of the training, you're really not using treats anyway for this part. So that part doesn't really matter as much. Take him down with that. Let's go see if Crystal's frog's got eaten yet.
Over a little bit.
Dump them there where it's crap, they can hide. Oh, and I didn't tell Crystal this yet, but I heard from Chuck last night. We're all on for the music fest. So Crystal better get a little second wind. So I already told him, I said, tell the band we're making them chocolate chip cookies. Which I made last time, and I'm willing to bet we're a huge. I might be starting a cookie business with my mom. She got the recipe from me. And then where they live in the mountains in Prescott, in this neighborhood where they all have these little wine parties all the time. This is what I envision. And so the neighbor had a party, and she made the cookies, and she sent me some email that some woman sent her. Oh, they were the best cookies ever, blah, blah, blah. She could sell them, blah, blah, blah. Now the woman wants the recipe. I said, oh, no. No recipe. Falconer! Good boy! Oh, good. I even ran. All right, so we're really making progress. All right, and we have got to get this Amdro down here and sprinkle on all these. If you disturb them, they'll move, but then you just move right over there. So you need to walk around and put Amdro on all the piles that are out in the open. Anyway, guys, so the show is going on the road. We're going to Gainesville. I got to get in touch with George today because we're making George drive us and be the bodyguard. Because I got a few psychos up there. I don't know if you guys remember Danny Rowling, the psycho serial killer. That's where he lived, in the woods in Gainesville. What these homeless people do around here. Oh, he's a bank robber, too, though. He had robbed a bank. Falconer! Good boy! Increasing my distance. He was a bank robber / serial killer. Anyway, but last I knew... Falconer! Hold it down. Good boy. Ah! Falconer! Good boy. Falconer! Good boy. That's what I meant. This is what Tosca used to do. And I'm going to tell you why I did that like that. If you can, because he was running away, he already had velocity. I knew I could turn him around I want to create that behavior. Not quite that much velocity coming at me, but that's the fastest he's ever done. If you go back and look at the first videos, it was barely a walk. So he is really looking great. He's just packing on the pounds. We got to get some photos of him. We're doing photo shoot of the puppies. Crystal's getting a much better attitude because she already got yelled at because she's just constantly saving these frogs. And then I make her dump them in the pond over here, and then they get eaten immediately. I let her believe that they're swimming and living in their happy lives. But I'm not going to do it right now because he doesn't have his back to me. If he takes off running, though, I'm going to turn him around. I don't have a whole lot of juice left in my collar. Falconer! Good boy! Good. You can see just by getting that behavior that one time what happened. And he's got this little play bounce away. If I had to venture a guess, I would say this owner played some of these ridiculous let me catch you games. There was some woman on the lab board that, this 90-pound lab that hurls itself around, but she got this harness and it was like a miracle. It solved the problem. Really. Oh, and her husband wrestles with the dog. And I said, yeah, that's never good. You know, full-grown men that have to wrestle with dogs. She goes, oh, then she comes back and says, this is why I don't go on these forums. This is why Kelly isn't good on these forums. I can't suffer fools. That the wrestling started after the hurling. Well, that sounds like a solution for the problem. And, you know, that he just wrestles the dog and does a lot of, you know, physical pressure and hard petting. Oh, yeah, I bet this guy's a joy in bed, huh? So I said, that's not good. I've raised a lot of amazing dogs. Falconer! Good boy. You know, and I've never done hard petting, wrestling, or by physical pressure, I'm guessing they mean squeezing the dog. Who does that? Those people. You just can't help them. That's why I don't go on these forums. You can't help these people. All right, we'll just do it one more time, then we'll get this collar on the charger. You know, and I did leave the collar on him last night just because I forgot to take it off. But there's no need, you know, and that used to be the big thing. You got to put the collar on, you got to leave the collar on, you got to have a dummy collar. They used to have these dummy collars that you would have to buy. And I'm not sure I ever even had any of the Dogtra dummy collars. It was just a whole completely different way of thinking. I know with the Tritronics, you know, and I should have hung on to all this stuff. I still do have that Tritronics companion, you know, that we use for the occasional trip back in time videos, but that collar really was visionary and ahead of its time. That was the one I compared the size of that to the Dogtra Edge, and it was the same size 20 years later. All right, I'm going to increase my distance. Falconer! Oh, he's doing fabulous. All right, guys, we got to go do some photos of him. Bye, guys.